So today we're going to talk about 4 books. And from memory, I believe there's another book in this series, but I can't lay my hand on it right now. So what we have here is a FEMA study and translation of information from the Soviet Civil Defense Program prior to the breakup of the Soviet Union. All of this information is available in an electronic format from the Defense Technical Information Center. If you type these titles into the internet, it'll take you to the Defense Technical Information Center, and you can download PDF copies of these publications. Now, there's a critical aspect of Soviet and now Russian civil defense that most people don't know about, and that is their economy military relationship. Soviet Union and Russia had a policy of rapid war versus prolonged war, and different things that would happen as a war moved from a short duration to long duration. So when we're looking at this, these publications will help you understand what's going on in Ukraine and Russia now, because the Russians are having to mobilize and shift their economy to a long-term war footing. And with all of the fog of war in the anti-Russian government operations that are going on right now with Wagner, a lot of this information will be key to your survival. Now, this plan that's outlined in these books, it was designed for nuclear war and for a nuclear war that could start as a conventional war and morph. These are the books I want you to print off, and then in later videos we'll start going through this. The first one is the Soviet Crisis Relocation Program. A lot of people don't realize that the Soviet Union has a crisis relocation program. They divide the population up into 3 groups. One group is essential workers. Another group is people that are not directly tied to the surviving operating economy during a war, and people that are not able to contribute. And then we have a third class of people that their job or production capacity can be moved and operated remotely. So these are the 3 categories people are divided into. The most useful book for you is going to be Soviet Civil Defense Agricultural Preparedness. This book goes into extensively into how the Soviets or Russians would prepare their livestock and crops and to utilize them during a nuclear war. There is extensive information in here that was translated from Russian. It discusses how long you have to slaughter animals that have been radiated where they're safe to eat versus where the internal decay and damage from their radiation makes them inedible. It talks extensively about sheltering animals. It talks about the different gases that build up in barns when they're sealed and how to ventilate them so that the livestock is not killed. This is a critical book. It gives you a whole lot of information, mostly in metric. This one is the Civil Defense Public Instruction Program. It talks about their training methodologies and what the subjects are they train their people in, which nobody in America has received that training. And then the last one here is Post-Strike Civil Defense Rescue, Damage Limiting, Repair, and Restoration Operations. So this is how to keep everything going and put it back in service. These books could be critical to your future. They are in general terms, but the one on agricultural preparedness provides you a lot of data and tables that are not present in U.S. literature. The other thing it does is it gives you a list of, I believe, 14 items that was recommended to be put into effect to help American and European agriculture recover, which was never done. It also goes into the difference between Soviet or Russian agriculture and US or European agriculture, and how those differences and similarities can be used to enhance preparedness. So go ahead and make yourself copies of these manuals, and then I'll do some more videos later in the week and we'll go through them. Please share your thoughts. We'll see you on the next video.